Alright, so this is gonna be a little bit of just an interesting video for me, or maybe for you also. So I've watched a few videos here and there for Wave Race, and you know, I've searched a little bit because this is one of my from the N64 era, one of my favorite games. I play this a ton. I finished every like championship and stuff like that, and you know, it was a great time. But whenever I came back to it, you know, when it was older, it just was a little bit more of a struggle, because this game is kind of locked to 20 frames per second, and I've been searching here a little bit here and there on the internet, like, is there a patch for 60 frames? Some games have that, and sometimes you can tweak emulators to make them run better, and none of that has been available for Wave Race 64. And I've seen quite a few videos on YouTube that just, you know, in the title says, hey, this is Wave Race in 60 frame 4K and everything. And it just isn't true. They are running the game in 20 frames, and they are just, oh well, the recording application said it's 60, it's 60, or they were saying, well, you know, the emulator was set up to 60, so it should be 60, and like, dude, you can clearly see that 20 frames is just nowhere near 60 frames, and you know, they might be clickbaiting, or they might just be not, for some reason, not noticing that. But I was thinking maybe I'm the first one. I'm gonna provide you with 60 frames per second footage of Wave Race. This is not 60, this is 20, and there is a reason for that. And yeah, because I want you to really see the difference here. Now, there is no way to get, as far as I know, I would love if you have any possible tweaks for it. There is no way to get this game running in 60 real frames, right? Rendered frames that are, you know, that like an emulator or rendering or creating that, or like on original hardware or through patches. There's just no way to do that. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm going to enable lossless scaling, and that is going to make the game, you know, lossless scaling is going to create frames between, you know, to make it smooth as 60. The game logic, the emulator, everything is going to go for 20 frames, and it's going to add latency, input latency to the game. And yeah, you know, maybe we should just start it. I'm thinking I'm gonna start the first track, I'm gonna play it in 20, I'm gonna pause it, and then I'm gonna switch to 60, so you just can clearly see that every single video so far that I know just are clickbaiting or just are stupid. And then we're gonna switch to 60, and you're gonna see like, oh my god, damn, this would be so amazing if this game was able to run in a smooth 60 with low input latency and just, ooh. So let's get going. And then I'm gonna talk about, you know, how I did this, right? And we're gonna go into, should you do this? We're not gonna warm up. Right, so this is a good one. He's pretty decent. Oh, they all share the same stats. Interesting. They should have different stats, no? This is the one I used to go for. Alright. Normal, handling, light, custom. Interesting. So they are all having the same... How do you... Oh, there we go. They all have the same stats. Let's try with if they... I was pretty certain that back in the day they have different handling. But here it looks like they have all of the same stats. Let's try this. Let us see how it goes. So, yeah. Right, so this is, again, we are still in 20 frames. And no, there's, as far as I know, no way to get real 60 frames. Again, I'm gonna use frame generation. I'm gonna go with lossless scaling 3 times to get 60 frames. You might get better latency with AMD's version or with Nvidia's smooth motion. That might be giving you, you know, a little bit better input latency. But yeah, I wanted 60 frames for YouTube to work correctly. Also, you can see there is some art. Oh, no, okay. Let's now switch. Now you're gonna see what I see. You're gonna see 60 frames per second. There you go. Clearly, you can see a difference in smoothness, right? This is how 60 frames, you know, the smoothness should be. There is some distortion because, again, lossless scaling are taking an image, you know, 2 images and creating two additional images in between to make this 60 frames. But it looks really nice, really good. And again, you could use AMD's driver level version, or you could use Nvidia's driver level smooth motion, but that is just 2 times. That will give you 40 frames. If you have a 120 Hz display, that's fine, you know. 40, you know, 40 times 2 is 80, times 3 is 120, so it will still be smooth. But if you were to use that on a 60 Hz display, you would get bad frame pacing. But yeah, like, this would be my dream to revisit this game with frame generation going. No, without frame generation, like with a decompilation project or static recompilation, like something, you know, whatever. To be able to play this game again in a real 120 frames would be even better. But like at least 60 frames and maybe have some nicer upscaling and stuff like that. This is just... I haven't encountered any game that has this good of a fun water physics. Like, the water physics is just so good. But again, I'm using lossless scaling here. And this is, you know, this means that the game is running in 20 frames per second. There's no way coming around that. And then, you know, just the smoothness is added to lossless scaling. And that means that the input latency is still going to be, you know, based on the 20 frames. And then using lossless scaling, the input latency is going to be worse. It actually is very playable. With this character, it is very playable. But there is going to be more or less noticeable input latency that might be not playable for you. But I gotta say, I'm a little bit interesting to see here. This character here, with how good handling he has, the input latency here works perfectly fine. We're gonna switch to, I think, to a different character that is going to be more trickier with higher input latency. But this works really nice. This character. But you might not be able to finish the entire game with this character. Should be a bit slower max speed, as far as I know. But yeah, you know, there is noticeable input delay that you can feel.
Welcome to
But yeah, this is lossless scaling. It's a cheap tool that you can buy on Steam. Unfortunately, I'm using an. You can still I'm not using the latest version of lossless scaling because for some reason that I'm not a fan of, Lossless Scaling decided to disable window mode, and I use window mode for all my gaming and all my streaming, all my recording. So this is an older version of Lossless Scaling. It's still available if you buy the game to this day, I believe, to access the older versions. But yeah, it's a really bad decision from the game or from Lossless Scaling developer to disable the window mode. The window mode works flawless for me and just great for capturing, for streaming, and just gaming in general. But yeah, like the smoothness here is so much amazing, and I would love to replay this, you know, again with like 60 or 120 frames to, you know, if there were like a emulator patch or ROM hack or the compilations, that project being finished and a PC port being made. Because again, I think it's just this game has what I think is the most fun and good feeling water physics and racing and arcade, and I just haven't come across anything like it. And it's just an amazingly fun game. But I really wanted to do this because it started to bug me a little bit, all of these wave race 4K 60 FPS and all blah blah blah, and little like, no guys, every single video that I'm seeing here is 20 frames per second. Like, it's so far off. Like, again, let's just refresh our memory, right? This is 20 frames. This is all of the YouTube videos available that are telling me that, oh wow, here you can, we are running this in 60 frames. No, this is not 60 frames. Is it terrible or anything? Well, no. But it's just far from it. And then if you switch, this is 60 frames. It's a huge difference. This is what we want to have, but without the added input latency. And, you know, obviously without the minor frame generation distortions. The distortions doesn't disturb me. I wish we could get the Nvidia Smooth Motion to support multi-frame generation, because I've just done a quick test, but the Nvidia's built-in Smooth Motion do enable reflex automatically. That should lower input, maybe a little bit more input latency, and it has a little bit cleaner image around the edges, less distortions. So it would be nice. But again, I could use the Nvidia Smooth Motions without a problem. Because, you know, 40 frames should be smooth-ish, and it should be, you know, 40 frames would fit in my monitor's refresh rate, which is 120, which means the frame pacing should be good. But this is actually a little bit more playable than I first expected. But I'm thinking I'm gonna switch to a different character. I'm gonna play this a little bit. This is just a bonus video. I have buffered some videos. This is fun videos, you know, no camera here, nothing serious, just showing this. But I'm thinking I'm gonna swap to the more challenging championship if we win this, and swap to different character that is going to be more like, it's more difficult to handle, but should be, you know, faster top speed. Not according to the stats though, but according to what my memory of this game. And yeah, the ones that have more of a challenging handling is going to be more difficult to be playable with higher input latency. So how am I doing this? So first off, all of the emulators out there that I know, Project 64, Simple 64, Muppen 64, they do play this game in 20 frames game, but they do put it in a 60 frames per second kind of container to make input latency and frame pacing good. That unfortunately isn't working if you want to, use lossless scaling to get the 60 frame rate generated, right? So what I found out is that you could use RetroArch, and you could then choose the parallel 64 core, and that you could, I don't remember exactly if I had to do any special video output settings, but with that combination you can get RetroArch and parallel 64 to render this game, as intended, 20 frames, and output 20 frames. And then you can use lossless scaling on top of that, to get 60 frames per second generated. Or you can use, again, Nvidia smooth motion or AMDs to get 40 frames per second. Now, if you have a 120 Hz monitor and you want to use the Nvidia smooth motion, you could just, I guess, run any emulator you want and just let it be, rendered 20 frames per second in a 60 frames per second or 60 FPS container, and then use the driver level frame generation, and that would give you, 40 frames per second in a 120 frame generated kind of thing. Should look good and everything, and might be easier. But yeah, it's with VRR displays and with frame generation tools. It's a shame that more emulators, at least for the N64, doesn't allow you to just output the rendered resolution, rendered frames from the emulator. So if the emulator is rendering 20 frames, you want to output 20 frame rate, 20 FPS as an option. But I do believe this is because if the emulators output in 60 frames container, it just improves latency and maybe frame pacing. I think that is the reason why that is. Maybe there is a way to make Project 64 to output the 20 frames per second, to use Project 64 to use Project 64 for lossless scaling frame generation. A little bit challenging to try to comment here at the same time as playing. Yeah, this should be... Oh, I made it! One of the first, if not the only video on YouTube that is showcasing Ray 64 in 60 frames per second. Not real again, this is frame generated. But man, does it look so smooth and nice to play compared to 20. I'm really... Yeah, like 60 is what I want as a base minimum for all my games these days. And again, frame generation, I recommend 60 as a base base FPS before you using frame generation. That gives you damn good smoothness and damn good input latency. That is very playable in all of my testing with lossless scaling and Nvidia smooth motions. But I'm thinking we're gonna end this video with me going for the next championship. I'm gonna switch to a different character that should be, faster, but will be more difficult to control, meaning it will be even more challenging with added input latency. And we're gonna just see how that is gonna go. I hope this has been just fun video to see. just to see how Wave Race, you know, would be such a badass game in 60 frames per second. And yeah, I think, again, I think this might be, as far as I know, the first, you know, 60 FPS gameplay showing Wave Race, you know, in that. And if you have any good way of like running this to an emulator or something with native 60 or 30 or whatever, I would love to see that as a hint or as a comment. And yeah, I'm just hoping that one day we will get the PC compilation thing going. I did win, right? Why was it highlighted second there? Can I see? I won? No.
Select your watercraft.
Right, so this was my go-to when I played this back in the day. This is kind of, I think, the fastest but most difficult. This is kind of like bit fast, but not the fastest, but fast, and has decent handling, but more trickier. This could also be, maybe you can, I don't know if you can finish all of the championship with this one, but this should be like the slowest but with the best handling. This should be like a normal thing, but this should be a little bit more difficult in the handling. But yeah, this is what I used to finish like the expert championship back in the day. We're gonna see how. I'm expecting terrible things to happen here, because we are in a more difficult course. And yeah, adding more input latency. Yeah, now it's very noticeable, input latency. Yeah, I can definitely feel the input latency now. This, again, I would not recommend playing with this character, at least, and this 3x frame generation. Can you do it? Yes. Is it fun? No, you're pretty much fighting the input latency pretty heavy. And you're probably going to have struggled quite a lot on the later levels. You know what, if I win this championship with this, I'll switch to the normal characters and I'll do a go at the expert. But I'm actually thinking I'm gonna fail, not win this championship. But if I through a miracle do that, then you will get a bit of a longer video, me trying the expert mode with a normal kind of mid character. Again, this is doable, but is it really fun? No, I'm really like trying to fighting the input latency here. With the other characters, noticeable, maybe, but very playable. It wasn't bugging me, wasn't anything that like hit me in the face. Here it really is like, oh my god, there is a big delay from my inputs being before me doing the input and the input actually being shown on screen. But we'll see how far I get.
3, 2, 1.
I'm not getting maximum power. Yep, this is what I was expecting to happen. No. Okay. Again, I was expecting this to happen because this is, yeah, it is really tough. I'm really fighting here, trying to adapt to the input here. My brain is trying to, you know, to try to figure out how to handle the They added like the smoothness feeling to the game. Again, you could do that, but probably better to just learn to adapt to the... Whoa, stop it! Adapt it to the 20 FPS original frame rate. Yeah, I'm not gonna win this championship, but hey, it was a good try. It went better than I was, you know, thinking this run would go. Oh god, this is gonna be really tricky. You have some fine maneuvering at the end of the stage that you need to do here. This still looks pretty damn good. I love this art style still here. You can see that the character doesn't, you know, have the highest quality, but the water quality still freaking interesting. If we could get like this to like a static PC port on like with ray tracing here, this would be crazy. Oh. Okay. Yeah, I still really like this art style. Holy shit, how am I doing this? I think my brain is starting to adapt to the crazy input latency. Okay, that's fine. It happens. Alright, I'm feeling that I'm starting to adapt to this. So again, you can play it like this, but yeah, you want better. You do want a better input latency. It's not insane, but it is very noticeable. I'm doing way better than I expected. Alright, well, hey, if I make this championship, who knows? Then again, I'm gonna swap to the normal character to have a little bit better handling, you know, that is maybe a little bit easier to control with the added input latency, and we'll then go for expert to see how that is gonna be playing out. Or, you know, I could also...
Welcome to Marine Fortress.
I could go with the theme that is the easiest to handle here in this game. Oh, I'm doing not good with the power up. There we go, that mistake. Yeah, I can feel that my muscle memory is starting to build now. Oh, that's the shortcut, right? Well, I'm not good enough for the... for the shortcut. And this is just so fun still. Uh-oh, I should not have taken this. There we go, that's better. Hey, out of the way. Oh, you chunky boy, you move. Hey, move. Yeah, what? Did she just ram me? Oh, wow. This is bumper cars. Wow. That's turned into bumper cars. We were all in the same spot?
You finished fourth and got 1 point. Keep trying.
Gee,
on to the next
well, I'm not
round.
winning. That was crazy.
Welcome to
What?
Fort Blue.
Have a
Everything in just one little big. You can do a restart. You can do a restart. You have like 3 retries. Here, if you do like you can do retire and then or completely restart the entire circuit. You have like 3 tries.
You've been overtaken.
Oh shit. You know, we're gonna try this one. Let's see what happens.
You finished fourth. I'm sorry.
Oh.
You've been this. Move on to the next.
Oh wow, okay, well, okay,
Welcome
well.
to Twilight City.
Oh, you don't have any retries. I was sure that was a retry. Okay, that's weird.
2, 1.
Well, okay, that doesn't matter. Alright. This is definitely not an easy game. But yeah, there's no way for me to win anymore since apparently Retire did just quit the level. I did not remember that. That it just exited the level. That's unfortunate. Otherwise I could have maybe gotten like 3rd place and got a little bit more points, maybe had some kind of shot at come in like 2nd place? Yeah, my muscle memory is slowly building, as you can see. I'm getting a little bit better, but it still is, you know, very noticeable and you are fighting it a little bit. You have to like tap things here. Damn, okay, I should not have retired. I was certain that my memory told me that you could do like a retry if you used that, but I guess I was wrong. So is this 2nd place we gonna finish?
You finished first and got 7 points.
Oh, okay.
On to the next round.
Oh, there's one more. Oh,
Welcome
this
to
one, alright.
Southern Island.
Well, let's see how this is gonna go.
Final round. Good luck. 3, 2, 1.
Oh man, I'm sucking at these. You got max power kind of boost things. Well, let's see how this is gonna go. Right, you get more waves. You can use that as a jump. I'm gonna take the the coward's way around here. What? Okay, I don't know what happened there. Damn it. Damn. Oh, stop it. Right, I think you can do this jump, but I'm probably gonna try to skip this. Yeah, let's try that. Let's do this. Alright, I won that one. I might be getting second place in this championship.
And got 7 points. Great race.
Oh, shared first place. Interesting. Does that mean that I win? It does. Well, I guess we are moving on to expert track. And I'm gonna switch to the normal kind of handling character to see how that's gonna go. Was not expecting it to go this good. Hope this has been a fun video to see how this game looks in, you know, extra smoothness.
Congratulations.
I think if you beat the expert you get like the mirrored track, right? But yeah, this would be such amazing thing to just, if we could get a native 60 or, you know, if we get the PC port 120 frames, ooh. Because this is just, feel free again to comment of like other like good racing games like this, like water racing games, like with jet skis or maybe boats, that has this just, that has great water physics. Like looks fun and good art style. This is just good. To me this is like SSX. This is just, man, such a fun snowboarding game, and just none has just come close to being that fun. We might have gotten, you know, better looking or more realistic, but not the combination of looking nice art, good art style, and just a really fun gameplay. So here we go. Let's see. And we're gonna go with the normal dude. See how this is gonna go. No matter what, if I fail, I fail, and that ends the video.
Get ready for the first race. 3, 2, 1.
Yeah, there we go. Finally, max power, you son of a gun. Right? Oh, you... Oh, whoa, okay. That's just not happening. Oh, wow, okay, this... Yeah, this is a lot more trickier. I might not even make it through the first track. Oh, stop it! Wow, they are really bumping here. So yeah, on original N64 hardware I have done this. I haven't really replayed, I don't think I've replayed it. I played maybe through the normal and like hard modes on emulator many years ago. I've never like tried to go on for like the expert on before you know, the original release of this game. Yeah, this character works better with the added input latency here. The other character that I had was a bit faster. It was definitely much more of a noticeable struggle to adapt to the input latency. Again, it's doable, but I don't really recommend it.
Sunset Bay.
Start your engine. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, almost max power. Come on, you chunky boy, out of the way! Maybe I should have been the woman that has the best handling. Maybe that would have worked better. I don't know if you can beat the hardest championship with her or not. Oh, that was close. But this is very playable with this, with the woman and the female, well, jet ski, and with this one, it's very playable. Wow. Even with the added input latency, it's not too crazy. I would really like to restart this. This went like crazy. I got bonked. But yeah, to be quite honest, the input latency here isn't... You know what, that's fine. Isn't that crazy. Damn it.
Nice try.
Not too crazy with this character here. Not too crazy noticeable.
You finished fourth and got
Yeah. Blah, blah, blah.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
I would have done better if I wasn't bonked there.
Watch the signal. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Nice. Okay. Maximum. Not bad.
Oh my god! Just... Yeah, this is so tricky. Oh yeah, I can't. Oh my god, yeah. I can't do that section. That is so challenging even on, like, you know, original hardware, but with this, the frame gen and everything, holy cow. Yeah. Maybe I could have a better chance if I, again, it was... Oh my god, the female driver with the best handling. Oh, Jesus. Yep, and we failed.
Sorry, you didn't accumulate enough points to move on to the next round. Better luck next time.
You know what? We're going one more try, and we are going with the easiest one to handle, just to see if we can see if we can like advance to see all the levels.
Select your watercraft, please. Welcome to Sunny Beach.
Get ready for the first race. 3, 2, 1.
Let's see how this is gonna go. There's so much zigzagging that it might be a bit better with her anyway. Be able to zigzag through all of these obstacles. Oh my god, they are very bumper car handling here, the NPC. How the hell is he doing that? I think he's cheating. He's got auto steering on. No, you can't make it with this character here. Maybe if you can, but I don't know. It feels really like a crazy challenge. Wow. Well, second place, but there's... Yeah, I don't think you're fast enough to win the championship. Let's see how far we can get, right?
And move on to the next.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
Start your engine.
Let's see how this is gonna go.
2, 1. Good. Maximum power. Wow. You saved everybody's time.
Right, you're doing better. What? Hello? Damn. That made no sense to me. Guess I did a too sharp of a turn or something that just apparently just threw me off. But yeah, I can't catch up here. This is crazy. These characters, unfortunately, it has too low of a top speed. Okay, one crashed. Wow, third place. Yeah, winning this championship? No. We're not gonna do that.
Finished third and move on to the next.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
I don't know if RetroArch, this is the emulator being used here, if it supports
3, 2, 1.
run ahead. Because then maybe you could negate this input latency with run ahead a little bit, even more, to make it even more playable. What the? Come on! Holy Jesus! But yeah, then maybe you can even negate the input latency even a little bit more. Well, yep, that's happened. Power down. Maybe I should look into that, if you can enable run ahead for RetroArch. You know, like 1 or 2 frames might work even better with input latency and frame generation. Maybe. I'm not sure how they would, if they would work in conjunction, or if they would cause some other issues. Yeah. I do know, I think it was when I have a memory of that when playing this back in the day, that on this course I kinda like saved up all of the, you know, the miss this one, and then here I just, on the final lap, I just missed every single one and went for it. To make a little bit of time, even though you lose power, max power, by us missing every little these what are they called again? I don't know in English.
You finished third and move on to the next round.
I'm just 1 point of getting kicked out
Welcome
of
to
this championship.
Marine Fortress.
Are you ready? 3, 2, 1.
So I do have a faint memory of that you should not do this on, is it the second lap maybe? Second or third lap, you're not supposed to do that because the waves isn't lining up correctly or something like that. I might be misremembering. Okay, I've done much better than I was expecting. Like completing and winning both woo, both of the normal and hard championship here with frame generation 3 times in lossless scaling being used is way more than I expected to be able to make. Oh no, okay. I made those waves. Maybe it's in the mirror track or something that you can't use that wave. I have again a memory of that you had to like do a much more higher jump. Whoa. On one of the waves, make it over there and not use the kind of wave just in front of it. But maybe my memory is playing tricks on me. Move on to the next.
Welcome to Port Blue.
Well, I'm doing much better than expected. Especially with this character, with this character here now in this expert championship. You chunky boys, stop! I'm not interested in schmoofing with you, okay? No means no. Oh wow, okay, I did not remember that. You have to like re-turn on that. Whoa. Woohoo! That lap. I think you... Okay, no, okay. In this one you can't. There's no way to kind of cheese your way through in this expert thing. They was thinking about that. Oh shit. Oh, okay, no, I messed that one up. Yeah, move! Move! I don't want to get... I don't know if I want to get to the Arctic level. Oh, what happened there? Oh, that is such... I got robbed from the winning position there. Okay, I did it a little bit too pre-turning there. Oh, I'm messing up so bad. Third place. I could have gotten like first or maybe second here at least. I messed up. Or, well, not messed up. I don't know how I got first thrown off the first time. But yeah, the Arctic level I'm a bit scared. Yeah, I'm not winning. Dr. Mariner is winning this
Welcome
up
to
here.
Twilight City.
On your mark.
Boom.
3, 2, 1.
Don't bonk me. I remembered! What? Damn it! But I remember that. The sneaky bastards. Woohoo! And I love the water physics in this game. Feels like so fun and good. Stop bonking! No bonking allowed. Dude! Are you kidding me? Why? Man, I did not remember them being so like bonking. Oh god, okay. I think it might be faster to not jump there, but it's way easier to jump. Same for this. Just way easier to jump. This one you do wanna jump. Well, I will be lucky if I get third place here. Oh, alright. So I'm thinking that I'm gonna end this video. This one got a lot longer than I expected, but it's so fun. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. I'm gonna turn off frame generation for me and you guys, and I'm gonna try with Jetter, the more challenging one, and we're gonna try to see how big of a difference it makes for me here and how it feels. So yeah, this is the end of the 60 FPS segment of this video. Let's see what happens if I turn off frame generation and everything and just play it. Let's go for window mode. Let's go for that. There we go. No frame generation for me or for you guys. And let's see how it's gonna be. Press start the game, championship, expert. So this is the guy I have used to finish this back in the day. But this a long time ago.
Welcome to Sunny Beach.
Alright, let's see what's gonna happen.
3, 2, 1.
Well, oh god man, it's so different to play in the 20 frames when I've been playing for 60 so long there. This is much more like the inputs are much more direct. You have much more fine control. I think that's the biggest difference, is that you get fine control more. Oh damn it. Okay, that's fine. But holy crap, it's difficult for my eyes to play in 20 frames after playing with 60 for so long now. This game really deserves a good PC port to get us to 60 or more. Whoa, okay. Let's get us to 60 or more frames. Oh wow. Jesus, I'm not doing better though, and that is because, again, it is... Wow, stop bumping me! Because this is so distracting for me to play with 20 frames. Oh my freaking god! Bumper car deluxe! No, we're doing this. This is not okay. Holy crap! I gotta get past the first track, right? But yeah, my brain does not like these 20 frames now.
3, 2, 1.
Man, I did not remember they were such just homing missiles, just bumping you like crazy. What the? Well, I think this might be the end of the video. With frame generation on, I can make it past the first track. Without frame generation, I can't make it through the first track. On the champion expert, they are just bumping me too much, and this is too distracting for me, the frame rate. They are like homing missiles. NPC are definitely very crazy. But yeah, there is a big, like, I noticed the input lag quite quite a lot. There is a big difference, and that is again, it is in the fine controls. When I tap now, it is much more like a finer adjustment, and with frame generation it just made it that my small adjustments became big adjustment and made it a lot more difficult to navigate. And Championship Expert mode is not kidding around. They are really just crashing you, going absolutely bananas.
Welcome to Sunset Bay.
Start your engine. 3, 2, 1. Oh! Okay. Maximum power. Not bad.
But I don't know if you can tell from the video, but hopefully you can. Oh wow, I'm not getting that one. But even with this character that are much more tougher to handle, I pretty much I can handle this one without frame generation as good as I can handle the female character with frame generation on. Which is just, you know, it is a big thing here. Frame generation on is, especially when going from 20 frames, it's quite noticeable. But I might actually have a higher possibility of beating this game with frame generation on, because this is so distracting to my eyes. My eyes and my brain here are really not a fan of these 20 frame rate, 20 FPS. That one you can skip and just take a shortcut to the right, and it's a bit faster, I believe. Alright, I'm getting into it, my brain are adjusting to 20 frames. Man, was it like a dream in 60 frames per second? Ooh.
Welcome to Drake Lake.
Watch the signal. 3, 2, 1. Oh!
No, too slow. Let's see how this is gonna go. This is... See how this is gonna go. This is still very tricky. Wow, she's like a missile. Girl, please. Okay, that's my bad. Well, this is probably gonna be the end of this championship. Alright. Oh god, how am I still... Oh. Yeah, that was much easier for me. Without the frame gen, that was much easier, just... You know, quicker, being able to quicker react and having my inputs do something. Ooh, almost. And I cannot win. How the hell did I do this when I was back in the day? How the hell did I do that? On like a 14, 15 inch little CRT TV, original N64 hardware and everything. My god. I'm gonna try something. Yeah, out of the way. I'm just gonna do this. Oh, yeah. Well, third place. I think I back in the day I might have like done that and get like second place that way. Just hell no, I'm not doing that part. That is really tricky. And how the hell you do that with the chunky boy? I don't know.
Marine Fortress.
Marine Fortress.
Are you ready?
But yeah, if we had again a good PC port, I could definitely see myself, you know, like streaming this and just try my best to get through all of these tracks again, because it's really fun. But the frame rate here is just really distracting to me, so I couldn't play like this for too long. It like almost hurts my brain, this low FPS. Yeah, made it. Holy hell. Ooh. Okay, no. Okay, that's the one you're supposed to jump on the first wave, not the second one. Again, the biggest difference here is definitely that I have more fine control, and I have more quicker, like, respond to something happening, like a little bit of a bump of the wave to left or right. I have a little bit more quicker response to just correct it, go forward in the correct way without frame generation on.
Welcome to Port Blue.
Right, this is where I failed the last time with the frame generation here, and the easier character. Ooh, maximum power! Stop bumping me! No, stop! Damn it! There we go. Much better. Yeah. Woo! Still got it. Oh, watch out for those barrels. Those are not the barrels of fun. They are a barrel of freaking pain. I'm doing a ton of better here with a more difficult character to control. So yeah, again, frame generation here with lossless scaling when you are this low FPS, it's a big impact. It's playable, sure, but it's not what you want in a game like this. Especially not if you're gonna go for like the higher difficulties, like the hard or the expert. And especially not with these characters that are more difficult to control. It's very noticeable, the frame generation with this character. So this is, you know, yeah, completely different thing to play. Again, you can adapt to it, adjust to it, and learn it. But it's probably not going to be, you know, the fun thing to do. Again, I don't know if Nvidia's smooth motion would be better, like latency-wise. You know, you wouldn't get 60 frames, but you would get 40 frames. That could be good enough with lower latency. I might, maybe one would like to try that myself. Yeah. Because 40 frames could be smooth enough for me to enjoy the game. But if I could get a bit better input latency, that would be really necessary. I might try that after I end this recording, just for fun. Or maybe, or in the future here, just to see how Nvidia smooth motion is gonna affect latency in this. Oh no! Get up! Get up! Giddy up! Giddy up! Oh yes! Come on! You mother beeper! This is not an easy thing, just if you're watching this and like, man, that's such an easy game. This is not easy. Oh god, this one. This one. And I haven't... This is the first time playing this in like years and years. Wait. No, oh damn it. I don't even remember how this track is gonna go. Oh, this way. Okay. Door. No problem. Oh god, damn it. Too sharp of a turn. Okay. Get up. You know what, we're gonna skip that one. I'm not doing good, but hey, this is the first time playing, so I haven't memorized the correct racing line here. I should have done a little bit more sharper turn. Why are you facing the wrong way every time you crash out, dude? Well, we got to see all the tracks in this game at least. Are we gonna see the final track here? Next. So all I need to do is pretty much finish or something. I should get second place in this one. I'm not winning this championship, it's just not happening. And I don't even remember how crazy this track is with the added things to... Woohoo! Right, you have to go here now. Right, and you can use the wave or something to jump over there, or maybe you can use the ramp. I'm going for the coward way around here. Right, you have to do that. Oh, Jesus. Holy shit. What? That makes no sense.
You've been overtaken.
Yeah, I was not winning this. But that was weird. I could have maybe come first place there. If I wouldn't just crashed out, wiped out there. I don't know why. That would have given me 37 points.
You didn't accumulate enough points to move on to the next round. Better luck next time.
Oh wow.
Come back.
Points needed to advance. Oh, I didn't even get to advance? That's crazy. Needed 3 more points. Well, alright, that's it for this. Longer video than expected. Really fun, really great. I wish, again, that we get 60 frames, and hopefully you have enjoyed looking at the 60 frames footage in this video to see how this game might look in that smoothness. Feel free, obviously, to try this yourself if you're crazy enough. Might be better to just use your favorite emulator and, you know, the driver level. If you have Nvidia Smooth Motion, the driver level frame generation 2 times. Then you would need like a 120Hz monitor for it to probably work. And yeah, that might give you better latency and, you know, just smoother experience. Might be something I want to try out myself. But obviously then you will only get 40 frames per second instead of 60, but yeah, definitely something that might be worth it to try, to check out. But thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed this little extra fun little video. I just felt that YouTube needed some way 60 FPS and not like the clickbait thing, even if it isn't real 100% rendered 60 frames, they are generated. Hey, at least it is 60 frames that you have seen here for Ray Race. A peek at hopefully the future that we will get to enjoy in some kind of way, no matter if it's ROM hack, emulator patch, or like an, you know, decompilation or some project creating a PC port. So feel free to follow, check back to the channel, leave a like, a comment if you want to do that. But if nothing else, have a good morning, day, evening, whatever, and bye for this time.